Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Nerd Bites Weekly Show. I am your host, DC, and alongside me, I have a couple of guests tonight, along with my forever co host, best buddy, Ketsorin. What's up, Ketsorin?
Nothing, man. So here tonight we have Takoda, who is our anime pop guru, among other things.
You're supposed to throw hentai in there and you didn't, so
I mean, I think that you announcing that for yourself is
First of
muy
all, it's
bueno.
called art.
It's called sex anime, and then we have Jen, and of course, God, this is the fourth time.
Yeah, Cosplaybay 4. I
Oh
like how we're
God,
keeping
Jen.
Roman numeral tabs on how many times you've been on the show.
She's back at it again.
Astro Creep
Cosplay,
says it's not
cosplay.
hentai, it's art. That is, shouts out to Matt Lindsay.
So, so you guys, I was telling you about cows again. Sue me. So, I went to basic training. So this is, I was talking to them basically about when I went to basic training, and I guess I swear to God, I mentioned cows twice. And today, well, not today, it was like yesterday, I get a text and it was like, oh, guess what kind of cows are around me? And I love guessing. So I was like, the brown kind, the happy ones. And then I just sent a bunch of cow emojis. And he goes, the Irish kind. And I was like, the what now? Are you talking about the cows with the long hair? And he was like, yes, that kind of cow. And I said, in
Highland
all caps,
cattle.
get out of here. And he goes, I know, that's what I said. So, do you have a picture to show
Yep.
of these
I,
long haired,
I've got the
beautiful
Highland
creatures?
cattle up right now. Oh my god, look how cute the baby calves are.
Oh my God, you
That's
guys,
too
they're
cute.
in Colorado. I have these babies in Colorado, and I will find them.
Well, they're pretty daggone cute. My favorite kind of cows are the ones that I eat. So, so Angus.
Thank you, Dustin.
My grandfather raised Angus cattle, and they're delicious.
My favorite kind of cows are the happy kind. I mean, maybe they're happy until they die, but you know.
So, I knew Mike would appreciate that. By the way, shouts out to our new VIP,
Oh shit!
Fortiori, aka Mike, aka our dungeon master, aka the one that's gonna make me suffer playing Demon Souls, which is I'm gonna do
Our
next week, by the
DM
way.
is our DM is our new VIP.
Yeah.
wow.
There's no favoritism there.
Anyway, he's a vegetarian, so but this isn't about cows. This show isn't about cows or vegetarians. It's about anime and all the things that go with it. So manga, all that stuff. So yeah, we have Bobby here from Page and Panel, which he just created. So tell us a little bit about Page and Panel and what you got going there, because I think it's a really cool idea, brother.
Page and Panel originally started out as like a manga review and like introductory type thing, like introducing new and unheard of or not exactly picked up by your average manga reader stuff, and then that kind of became anime too because I like anime and I don't know why read it if I could watch it, but that's where the name came from, Page and Panel, the page of the manga and
Yeah.
manga panel. Um, but I don't know, it was just something I was like, like everybody else who is half-assed into something, I was like, I like doing this. Why not do it on the internet for other people and get my offs there? That's what I like. I like people acknowledging my stuff. That's my kink.
Okay.
So
Acknowledging
thanks
stuff
for
is your kink.
I stay
So,
yeah.
focused on
chat.
Jin. There
What
we go.
what is your non-sexual kink? But is your kink? Jen,
Sleep? I don't know. What is that?
I said
Non-sexual.
chat, not you, Dakota.
Oh, sorry. I just heard kink. My
But
bad.
sleep is viable. Also, just so you know, while you were talking, I'm pretty sure that's Jessica. This man got more beard than face. Can he really be trusted? And my answer
It's
to
just
you
the
is
angle I'm sitting
yes.
at.
He can be
I haven't.
because he's the one that invited me to Kentucky to go see Dustin. So yes.
No, I think that's Josh, by the way.
Aw.
Josh Evanval.
Oh,
I don't
Josh.
know who it is.
Evanal, yeah. What did I say? Did I not say
Don't
that?
trust Evan out. Don't trust him.
Yeah. Anyway, so here's his stuff. Talk about your non-sexual kink, Jen.
Oh, my non-sexual kink. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know. Starbucks coffee.
I dig it.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
I'm also with that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I have.
She's like, yeah. She got uncomfortable talking about the non-sexual kink.
I did.
Shouts out to you though, Jen, by the way, for your awesome promo that you threw up on your page right before this.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
If you
I
know,
wish I
you
thought
know.
of that earlier.
So anyway, yeah, so we're gonna talk about anime, but one thing you saw there on Bobby's page was about the Frankfurt Anime Fest, which unfortunately Ket Soren's in Colorado now, so she won't be able to attend. But us three are going, and Bobby is covering it as press for his page and panel, which is really cool. And I'm covering it under the Nerd Bites Weekly. And yeah, so they've got some cool stuff here. So I'm just gonna bring up their Instagram, and we can kind of talk about like what we're expecting from the show. So they do have a few voice actors. They're all three of them are from Dragon Ball Z, if I'm correct. Bulma, one of the Bulma voices, right?
Bulma?
One of them, yeah.
It's like Bulma. I think it's like Android 13.
Yeah. And there was another one, but I can't. Oh yeah, Chi
It's
Chi.
Is it Chi-Chi?
Chi-Chi, yeah. So that's pretty cool. They're also having a few panels and movie watching things like viewer panels, stuff like that. They've got Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z to watch. There's also a maid cafe, which we've talked about at length now. They just posted their menu today, and looks pretty good. I'm excited for the macarons. I'm definitely gonna hit that up.
Macaroons?
Macaroon, hold on, whoa. I will fight you on this. Macaroons are different than macarons.
They definitely are.
Macaroons are coconut
What's the-
toasted little treats, and macaroons have a little
Macaroons are
filling.
things that look like little cheeseburgers, right?
No, that's
Yes,
macarons.
Macarons are the ones that look like little cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
Okay, what's
Macaroons
macaroon?
are the coconut toasted deliciousness.
yeah.
Neither of them taste good. I don't like coconut, so. And
I don't
then
like your attitude. Dustin, I don't think that Takoda is worthy of this channel.
I'm sorry. And the little different colors, I don't like that either. It just, I don't know. I don't like. Yeah. Apparently, I
I
like
don't like
macaroons.
that either.
I don't like that. Sorry,
But it
that's
looks
my share.
looks like they got some tasty treats there. I'm excited to try some of those out and get some coffee because I'm a coffee connoisseur for sure. I was surprised they didn't have green tea though.
I think they
Well,
have
watch
green
that.
tea. I was surprised they don't have boba tea.
No, they have black tea.
I thought I saw. Oh, black tea.
Yeah.
Well, based off their menu, I wonder because it's like an actual catering company that's doing it, and I wonder if they just do catering. And he was like, "Hey, I'll give you a couple $100 more if you dress like maids." And they were like,
Maybe.
I don't. Okay. And he was like, "Maid cafe, it's coming."
I mean,
No.
you're going in as a,
I believe
reporter or
the four-
something, so you can always
Yeah.
go behind scenes and ask.
I
Yeah.
believe the 4 people in charge of the maid cafe are all cosplayers. And
Are they?
So yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
They
actually
really are?
that's actually cool. So yeah.
Mhm.
Jen,
So-
you might want to try a different audio source again, by the way. Maybe just take the earbuds out. Maybe just go the way you used to. I think that'll be fine.
Just put one in your mouth and one in your ear, and
Yeah.
it'll be okay.
For sure.
Can
Couple
you hear me now?
Yes, much better. So yeah, couple anecdotes from the chat here. Matt says go Speed Racer go, and also Takoda has it reviewed Lone Wolf and Cub, which you do need to read that. If you have not read that manga, it's an old manga, but it's actually really good, Bobby. You would like it. It's an old samurai manga.
I've got some Vagabond I'm gonna review. Have you ever read Vagabond?
Mm-mm.
Old timey samurai.
Nice. And then Matt also says coconut is for terrorists. You're incorrect. Coconut is delicious.
Bruh.
Coconut
No,
is
Matt's
delicious.
right. I agree with Matt on a lot, considering he wears. Not only does he wear, but he has 12 different pairs of lobster sandals.
Yes, he
No,
does.
hold on. No, it has been confirmed that he only has like 1 or 2 now.
Yeah, he got rid of them.
He got rid of them. His wife
Jerk.
made him get rid of all the sandals we sent him.
Freaking jerk.
Who was like, sure, I'll take a pair.
Right?
I love them
I
things.
also wear a size 10, 11, 12, whatever.
And then Alan says, for the first time in my adult life, he's happy to not be required to shave ever again. So shouts out to him finally leaving
Yeah, I
the
hope the
Air
move-
Force.
I hope the move is smooth, Alan. Those
So
are plastic pop dolls.
one other bit of housekeeping here before we get going with our anime talk. I did set up a goal for today only. If we get 2,000 bananas today, towards the community goal, then I will gift someone a subscription. So make sure you get your bananas into that community goal if you want to sub.
2K banana.
2K banana. All right, so anime. I think I'm gonna go round robin here and just ask a few questions, and then we'll get into our top 10 anime of the decade. And then we're gonna go over a list that Kotaku put together, which is their top 30 of the decade, and see how closely our lists align with that list. And then we'll also
Well,
talk loosely about manga as well.
I want to interject because I'm gonna be the face for people who don't watch a lot of anime, and so everyone who has their top 10 anime, add another 5 because I have like 4 ready to go.
Hey, that's fine. At least you got 4. So I think I'll start by saying what anime got you into anime, and then what was like the first manga you ever read as well, if you've ever read manga. So I'll start by saying that Sailor Moon was the first that really got me into anime. I watched Speed Racer growing up as a kid. Shouts out to Matt. But it wasn't really what got me into anime because I didn't realize I was watching anime. I just thought it was a cartoon. Sailor Moon was the first one that I realized, oh shit, this is different. This is anime, right? And it was all downhill from there, as they say. It was just anime out the wazoo, Toonami, you name it, whatever I could get my hands on from that point forward. And as far as manga goes, I started reading Shonen Jump whenever I was in middle school. And that was actually back whenever Naruto was still in full Shonen Jump run. So I loved the Shonen Jump series back then, or the manga series for Naruto back then, before I ever watched the show. And actually, for the longest time, I refused to watch the show because of how much filler was in it, because I love the manga so much in Shonen Jump. So that's kind of my backstory on anime and manga. So I'll just round robin. Ketsoren, did you ever read any manga? And also, what was your
No.
first anime that you watched where you're like, oh, this is really
Sailor
cool?
Moon.
Okay, sweet.
So, I mean, I was just going, with the questions that you boom, boom, boom. Sailor Moon was what I grew up on. So I was really into Sailor Moon. I think I do have like maybe 2 manga when I worked at the comic shop, but I don't think I ever read them. So,
Okay.
but just so you know, growing up with Sailor Moon was a huge, huge years difference from when I worked at the comic shop, which was like 2014. Oh, that doesn't sound right. 2016 sounds better.
Okay.
So
Late
there's
bloomer.
a lot of gap between watching anime and then I don't think I've ever read a manga. I've seen manga. I have looked at manga, but I don't think I read a whole one.
It's definitely something to get used to, I think, an acquired taste, especially because it reads backwards.
Mhm.
And it's something to get used to. But I don't know, Bobby. What do you think is like the best manga to get started on if you're going to start reading manga? I think that's actually a tough question. I think for me, it's like pick something you know you already like and kind of go with that.
I mean, manga. That's the same thing as being like, oh, you want to watch a movie? Well, everybody has a different genre in which they like stuff,
Yeah.
and there's so much different manga. There's shonen, there's seinen, there's harem, there's isekai, there's slice of life.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds of stuff. Uh, I don't know. I mean, it depends on what you like. Just don't fucking make Berserker your first one, and you'll be okay.
Berserk. Yeah.
Berserk, yeah. Um, I mean, it just depends on what you want. Because if you want ninjas, you can do Naruto. If you want just nonstop fighting, there's DBZ. If you want a mystery, there's Monster Erased. If you want slice of life, there's my stay-at-home husband. Blah blah. There's different genres. There's soap opera manga. There's genres for everyone, no matter what you want.
For sure. Like I said, it's kind of a tough question. Kind of pick what you like and go from there. But what was
Yeah.
the anime that got you into anime?
I think like a lot of people, my first animes were like DBZ, hell, even before DBZ, just like Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, stuff that aired on Toonami. But I'd say like the first show that I got into and was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this weekly or as it airs, or watch it continuously, was probably Naruto. And then my first manga was Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh, nice.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul is a fantastic manga. And a
Oh my god, this
fantastic
is gonna be a counter of oh my god, I've heard of that.
Hey, it's
Oh, I know
it's
that
really
one.
popular. So
All right, Chad, keep just for reference because I'm not the anime nerd. Every time I do I've heard of that. That counts as 1 point.
points for House Katsorin.
Yeah, right. It really is gonna turn into that here soon.
Nice,
Ghoul.
nice. What about you, Jen?
So my first anime I've ever seen was probably Gundam Wing, with the whole like men named after like 1, 2, 3, 4 in the sequential order. That was a good one. And then DBZ, of course, and Dragon Ball. I can't not give credit to them. Sailor Moon was on my radar, but I wasn't really big into the whole, magical girl orientation. So,
Okay.
and then let's see, Outlaw Star,
Oh, hell yeah.
Yu Yu Hakusho, yeah, all like the oldies.
Yeah, pretty much you can't go wrong with that Toonami era.
Mhm.
It was just
Yeah.
banger after banger, to be honest. There was very few
Exactly.
misses there. Even Hamtaro was fun to watch, and that ran regularly for a while.
Yes.
A few things in the chat here. Let's see. So, as to your Gundam point, full clip says Gundam political opera with space Nazis.
That's right.
It's very true.
Absolutely.
Matt says Ronin Warriors. I was supposed to be working at the family mushroom house, but I was watching this in a B&W 10-inch TV that the Mexican employees got pissed that I wasn't watching soccer. Interesting story.
What?
I have no idea. Oh, Matt. He also says I
He was
turned off
supposed to be
Toonami.
working at the mushroom house, but
Yeah.
he's watching on a 10-inch black and white TV, and they got pissed because he turned off soccer. Do you not speak, Matt?
I mean, I do, but it was just an interesting story. He says I turned off Toonami after Batman the animated series was over. Boo. Although that show was too perfect, but it's not an anime. It's peak American animation though, for sure. Although technically I think it wasn't animated in the United States. I think it was animated in like Taiwan or something, if I remember correctly. Korea.
Still not anime.
No, it's not. No, it's not. So
Technically, if you want to be technical, if it doesn't come out of Japan, it's not anime.
yeah, so and that has been a hot debate in the community for a while is what constitutes an anime, because you have anime like things like Avatar: The Last Airbender and
Like King of the Hill. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just reading. I'm just going based off of the full clip at Florida.
I love King of the Hill. Definitely not an anime, but that's a great show. But it's been a kind of a hot button topic, and technically speaking, the definition of anime, if you look it up in the book, in like the dictionary, is Japanese animation. So, I mean, it has to be made
Is
in
there
Japan.
any way? Is there any way the U.S. could like make a vote to like have U.S. animation and call it Animerica?
I don't know how I feel about that.
Maybe they could.
I'm kidding.
My first thing was like cartoon Nazis. So that was my first thought, you guys.
Yeah.
But it's like Justin said, that is a big debate in anime communities about what makes an anime.
Yeah.
And I remember I said something the other day in a forum. The big thing for anime is a website called My Anime List. And I was adding stuff, and I was like, hey, how come I can't find Castlevania on here? And people were like, because it's not an anime, you fucking dumbass. And I was like, what do you mean it's not an anime? They're like, it's made in America by Netflix. And I was like, Cyberpunk's fucking on here. What do you want from me?
But the
And they're like,
studio, I think it's what constitutes
it's still produced by Netflix.
It is, but the studio that creates it,
It's
creates
the
the
same
animation.
studio at Castlevania.
It's the same studio as what? Sorry,
As Castlevania.
Trigger.
And Yasuke.
Trigger?
Oh my God,
No,
our
not
first,
Trigger,
like,
but the
Google
ones that
off.
did the actual animation, I thought.
Google it.
Well, no,
Do the
Trigger.
Googles.
Trigger does Cyberpunk, so that's the
Yeah.
animation studio that animates Cyberpunk. So
Okay,
Netflix
sorry.
produces it, but
That it wasn't Cyberpunk. Castlevania was the same people that did Yasuke and then Vampire in the Garden, which
Okay.
are both on My Anime List. And then these dudes were arguing back and forth and were like, well, what makes an anime? And people were like, oh, it's made in Japan. And I didn't realize this, that like, well, I mean, I did realize this, but I didn't know the names. So like, even though China and like Korea produce anime, they don't call it anime there.
yeah.
Like in China, it's called like Donghao, and it's called something else in Korea, and that's what they call it. Like they don't refer to it as an animated show; they refer to it as this.
Well,
And
a
it
lot of
means, like, it was
people, a lot of people incorrectly constitute Devilman Crybaby as an anime, but it is not. It's a Korean animation.
Well,
Yeah, so it's
I need to put
Yeah.
on like my learning cap because I wasn't expecting to learn this much. And
it's an anime. It doesn't
What is
matter.
6 minutes?
Anyone whoever encounters
So-
call it anime.
so I'm going to listen, but ignore my facial expressions from here on out because
Morgan in the chat. What's
I
in the
don't
chat
see him.
crying.
I don't see him here. So,
One Piece is a great show.
One Piece is mid as hell.
so just so you know, Matt asked not he didn't ask. It was Superman could be Goku.
Not true.
Goku.
I think canonically Superman's died more times than Goku.
True.
Goku's died twice.
Yeah.
And Batman could
Make
be
that.
both with prep time.
Yeah.
So
He'll
what he
have
said?
he'll have Goku Saiyan repellent on his belt. So
Goku could send a whole planet of kryptonite into Superman.
all right, another round of questions here. What is your favorite anime ever? Mine is Cowboy Bebop.
My first. Okay, so I'm gonna say Sword Art Online, the first season. Not
Where's
like the
Morgan when
second,
you
not
need
the
him?
third.
Dude, Sword Art Online is a
not-
fucking tier S show.
Listen, the first
I
season,
loved the first
totally
season.
agree.
The second season, and I think that there's a third one, or there's like a movie with it. I haven't watched the movie or whatever came out with it. I watched the second season. It was balls. But Sword Art
Okay.
Online, I really enjoyed the first season.
So with Sword Art, you have the first season, which is 2 parts.
Yeah.
It's Einkrad, which is the fortress, and then Elfheim, which is where it got into the stepsister stuff, and that was kind of weird. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Season 2 was Gun Gale, which was good. Season 3 was Alicization, and the movie was Ordinal Scale, and now it's got the 2 other movies.
You just said a bunch of
Also
words
good.
that I'm not even like.
Listen, I will
Like,
give it to you. The whole like,
comprehensive.
stepsister thing where she's like, I maybe love Kirito. And they gave her like triple D boobs. They're,
Yeah.
I don't know
I
why
think
they're so
I'm
big.
like remembering it differently, or like maybe I'm just thinking of the first season, first part. Then
No, because
I don't know. I don't know.
there's a hard break in season 1 where it's split into 2 parts, but it's still
So-
technically season 1. And the first half of the first season is the part you like and that most people like. It's honestly some of the best
So
anime
that-
ever, in my opinion.
So
But
that's where because that like noises that explain my confusion. Yeah, I'm gonna say the first season. Boop, boxed here.
okay, all right, Takoda. I already know your answer, I think, but you say it anyway.
What do you think it is?
Naruto.
Naruto.
It's Shippuden
Yeah,
specifically.
specifically. Yeah.
I mean, I named my kid Jiraiya, okay? And you would think with naming my other kid
Nerd.
Levi, Attack on Titan would be a solid second, but it's not. It's like top 10.
Nerd.
Nerd.
All right,
Some
Jen. What about you?
My number one's Attack on Titan, actually.
Ooh.
There's so many layers in that anime. So.
Okay.
You know that one?
Yep.
Attack on Titan is, I think, it will go down in history, if nothing else, but how it sparked anime again, because AOT really got the ball rolling with the anime craze and got a lot of people back into anime that had kind of fallen off the anime wagon, Morgan included. I told Morgan about Attack on Titan, and he's watched way more anime than I could ever possibly have time to watch. I think that really got a lot of people on board with anime again, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I never got into the later seasons of Attack. I don't even know how many seasons there are. I'll be honest.
There's
Because
4.
I remember watching, I think 2. I remember Dustin, you and I were like all about it on the first season,
Yeah.
and then second season came out. You watched it before me, and I was like, "Don't spoil it for me." And I think I watched majority of the second season, but I never picked up.
Do you
after
still
that.
have that necklace I sent you, or was it a bracelet? I can't even remember.
It's a bracelet. I do have it, and I also still have the pop in its original box.
Nice.
what pop is it?
I think it was
Yes,
it was Aaron,
it's
wasn't
the
it?
main character.
Aaron
I don't know.
Yeager.
I mean, I can go
Regular-
run and get it, but
Is
it's still a pretty good box.
Hunter x Hunter is top tier, Alan, for sure. It's a really good anime.
It's good. The Ant Chimera arc, Mimic Cry.
All right,
No,
Hisoka.
here's the thing with Attack on Titan, Katsuri, when you go back to watch it, is it's 4 seasons, and then the last season is split into 3 parts, with the
God.
third part split into 2 parts,
Yeah.
and
It's not confusing at
it's the
all.
final part. No, the final season's split into 3 parts. Yeah. Final part's 3 parts.
Yep.
The third part is 2 parts. The final part 1, part 2.
Yep.
So you got plenty
Well-
of time.
Well, I am just going to watch it, and then at the end, I'm going to be like, wow, that is either really balls or really great. So I'll
Don't-
let you guys know when I get there.
Don't give up after season 2. A lot of people did and regretted it. It is kind of weird. It's a kind of a weird season, but it makes sense later on once you watch the rest of it. So,
Well, I mean, go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, like, one thing Attack on Titan did very, very well is that the creator had said since the beginning he knew how it was going to end, and a lot of creators like do that and talk out of their ass. But now that we're on like the final part of the final part of the final part, it's hitting points where you can go back and see that from the very beginning he did know how it was going to end.
Oh yeah, very well crafted.
Throughout the whole show.
Tons of little threads that he has threaded throughout the whole show that definitely was thought ahead. This is not a lost situation where there's just threads that lead nowhere. Like every thread leads somewhere important. So okay, well, while we're talking about it, and since it's like the quintessential modern anime anyway,
Well, I don't think we finished the list of favorite. Did we finish? Yeah, we did. Never mind.
yeah. Let's
You just
go ahead
got
and talk
focused on
about.
Attack on Titan.
Let's go ahead and talk about our top 10 anime of the last decade. And really that's kind of, I would say, the modern era, because things started to change about 2013 with animation and the kind of stories that were picked up and stuff like that. It was a lot more broad. Just anime got a lot more popular, so there's a bunch of different stuff in there. So grab your lists, and whenever you're ready, I'm actually going to type them out when you reveal them. So I could go first while you grab your list if you'd like. So in no particular order necessarily, although I think mine is in order. So Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Erased, Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Chainsaw Man, Dororo, My Hero Academia, Darling in the Franxx, Great Pretender, and Made in Abyss. That's my 10.
I'm scared because Takoda had all the faces for all that.
Oh, he just likes to judge
So-
me.
So hold on. So I know that I'm gonna be judged because I'm gonna list like.
Listen, our
four.
anime opinions actually mostly align. He just likes to give me shit about anything that I like that he doesn't like. So
Because if I don't like it, it's not fucking good.
okay.
Well, I
That's
think
not
you
opinion,
listed.
that's
I
factual.
think you listed 3 that I know of, Dustin.
3.
My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer,
And Attack on Titan, of course.
Cyberpunk.
Okay.
Attack
So
on
it's
Titan. So 4.
4.
Ooh, I'm almost halfway there.
Chainsaw
Baby.
Man. We've talked about Chainsaw Man all the time.
I didn't watch it though, or read
okay.
it. So I've heard of it, but
It's a good
I mean,
one.
if we're going based on hearing, then that's 5.
I have a kid now.
Oh.
Well,
Hi, kid. All right.
So
Go ahead if you want to.
no, so Dustin, I agree with all of yours except I put Jujutsu Kaisen in instead of Demon Slayer, and then Spy Family is another one I had on my list. But
Come on.
Nice.
those are all the ones I have.
I have honorable mentions, but I'll go over those after everybody reveals their lists. So
Okay, let's go with Dakota next because I am gonna fall flat here. so let's keep the worst for last.
sorry. Kids in here.
decade, by the way, is 2013 to now, obviously. So
Come on, baby, go.
Come on, baby.
Hang on a second. Go. Whoever's next, go.
well, you were
Oh,
gonna be, but
no.
it's you.
I
Okay.
passed. Next. Just leave her. She's fine.
Cyberpunk. That one anime, the looking something,
The looking something.
the anime that I bitched about that I understand is going to be in my bottom 10, but I'm going to add it to the list because I watched it this year.
Oh, I forget the
Lookism.
name of it. Lookism. Okay. Okay.
I started one episode of Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Maybe you go.
See, we're off to a real bad start, you guys. I told you. Is Sword Art Online within the past?
No.
Is what?
Sword
Ooh.
Art wasn't in the past.
Oh,
It was
I
2012,
watched
right?
2 episodes of
Wait,
Castlevania,
shoot it up.
so that's gonna be on my
Oh,
top
that's cool.
side.
What is? Which one?
Castlevania? Is that in?
Not an anime.
Hey, let's hit the door.
Like, oh god. Okay.
All right, so your list is Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Got it.
That's all I got. So, The Witcher, the one animated movie, does it count as an anime?
No.
Then never mind. It is going to be 2 for 2, folks.
Okay. All right, Bobby. Let's hear your list, buddy.
10 from since 2013.
Yep.
Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Vampire in the Garden, Vivi Florette, Eyes, a song. My kid's in here being a little dickhead.
Your kid's gonna
I know what
look
that
back
is.
and remember that.
So you said Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Vampire in the Garden, Chainsaw Man, Cyberpunk Edge Runners. What was the other one?
Vivi Florette.
I don't know what that
Vivid.
is. Vivid
It's
Florette?
yeah, Vivi Florette.
Oh, Vivi Florette.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never watched that one.
Man, my kids are all crying now. Your belly hurt.
This is gonna be
Why?
good for podcast listeners for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Don't
6.
laugh.
You got 4 more.
Um,
You're supposed to have your list ready, dog.
it's in here, but I've got a kid in here.
Just panic. Just panic like I did, Takoda. It's fine.
Well, why don't we let Jen go and you can finish?
South
She
blood
did.
art.
She agreed with everything, but changed like 2.
Oh, Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood Arc.
And then what else is on right now? Oh, To Your Eternity, Vinland Saga. That's and Dororo. That should be 10 right there, right?
That is, yeah.
Hi.
Hey, kid.
Hi.
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 Okay. They said that.
So let's recap his list: Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Vampire in the Garden, Chainsaw Man, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Vivi Florette's Eyes Song, Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War, To Your Eternity, Dororo, and what was the last one?
Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga. That's right. Okay.
Why are you breathing so heavy?
All right, Jen. What's yours?
Oh boy, My Hero, not in any order, but
For sure.
My Hero Academia, Mob Psycho, let's see, Tokyo Revengers, My Dress Up Darling,
Okay.
just because it's so cute. It's so cute. Shoot, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan.
Daddy.
How many is that? 7?
Yes.
7.
Ugh. I obviously came unprepared as well. Hooray, hooray. Don't we love it all? Shoot.
Bobby, I'm surprised you didn't have AOT on your list.
But
I'm talking to Bobby. I'm surprised you didn't have
Oh,
Attack on
I
Titan
did.
on this list.
I did. And then Spy Family, and then oh my god, what is it? The Life with oh shoot, Oni-san. Oh, it's like a slice of life anime.
Oh,
It's like super dark humor.
what is that? I don't remember the name. What's the full name? Look it
Oh
up.
my god, slice of life. Hang on, I'll find it. Hold on.
So to recap your list so far, we've got My Hero Academia, Mob Psycho 100, Tokyo Revengers, My Dress Up Darling, Demon
Yes.
Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan, Spy Family.
Yes.
So you got 2 more.
And then Agret Sutsuko. I love that little red panda. Super cute.
Okay.
And then, shoot, I can't think of the name of that one. Why can't I think of it? Dark humor. It has like super dark humor. Oni-san. Let me see if
So,
I can find
Well,
it.
You
I'm
said
gonna add
Ag-
Speed Racer for Matt to my list because
That's
he
not in the
said
decade
several
though.
times- I'm gonna make it part of the decade.
Okay.
If I missed 6, I missed 8 technically. Speed Racer is now in my top 10 for the decade, making up more than half.
So
You're welcome, Matt.
you said Agment Sutsko?
It's a little red panda. She works in an office. It's Aggrete.
A Gretzku or something like that?
Yeah.
I know what
yeah,
you're
that
talking
one.
about.
Yes.
A Gretzku or
Yeah, it's like a
Agretsu?
Sanrio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hello Kitty.
Agretsuko. Okay.
Yeah. And then it's life lessons with Uramichi Oni-san.
Life. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the diversity. Sweet. Okay.
Cool.
So you've got your 10 now too. So we definitely have some overlap on our lists. So I'm just gonna bring it up the fancy schmancy spreadsheet I have up here. Ket Soren has one anime on her list.
Yay! I won. It's like golf.
So honorable
Agreed.
mentions for me, by the way, were Spy Family, Ranking of Kings, Bocchi the Rock, Vinland Saga, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Mob Psycho 100.
Oh, I forgot about Ranking of Kings.
Yeah, those were all very close for me, but just like these other ones, just a smidge more. Okay, so we definitely all had Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
That should be on your list too, Ketsoren.
What?
Attack on
Well,
Titan.
I haven't been up to date, so I'm not putting it on my list.
You've at least watched season 1, which is good enough. Demon Slayer, Cyberpunk. Bobby and I both had, or Bobby Ketsoren and I had
Cyberpunk, yeah.
My
I know
Hero.
one episode of Demon Slayer, so I don't know if that technically counts. You know what? Let's just make it count. Just put it in there. Just.
I was the
Let's
only one
go
that
all
had
in.
Darling in the Franxx, but you guys both had Jujutsu Kaisen.
This is a similar feeling to when I played poker one time and I won and I didn't know how. So I
Okay.
feel like I'm winning now. So,
That's hilarious.
just so you guys know, I had no idea what I was doing and I still won and it sounds good. So let's keep going.
Oh, someone did the Naruto headband? Oh, that was Mike. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, let me put it on.
Did he redeem it?
He did redeem it. I just missed it because I was looking at the list.
I didn't even see it.
Which one? Which one would you like?
The
blue or black? Black? Okay.
Because it'll match.
Oh, that's fair. Both. You can only redeem it once. Give me just a second.
Look at him get his little headband on.
Aww.
Making it look good.
Okay. I'll take the fancy spreadsheet off so I can show that I actually put it on. All right. So some of the ones that we didn't have. Mob Psycho. Okay.
I don't like Mob Psycho. I'll be the first one to admit it. I don't like it.
So what don't you like about it? Because I actually think it's fantastic.
It's just boring.
Yeah.
Really?
It's too psycho.
Not enough Psycho.
It's not enough mob either.
Like, I talked to Ghost. That's it. That's the whole show in a nutshell. He talks to Ghost.
His name is Dimple, and that's not the whole show.
I hate his fucking hair.
Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and eliminate. We both had Jujutsu Kaisen on the list. Vampire in the Garden, Chainsaw Man. Okay, so we are one short of agreeing on some of this.
I'll be the deal breaker. It's fine, guys.
Here, take off the Vivi Florette and put Tokyo Revengers on for me.
Okay, I dig it because that's I should have put that in my honorable mentions as well. I'm up to date, by the way. I finally watched all of what's out on this season, so
I haven't. I watched the first episode, and I was like, "Who the fuck are these characters?" 'Cause there's zero recap at all,
Yeah.
I know.
and like
It
the
kinda
main
throws you
character
in.
is
So
blonde,
you're
and they're like,
putting one episode into your top 10?
No, he's
No,
seen
season 1.
all of season 1, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
It
Don't
gets
come at that hostility.
it gets
And your Zima don't fucking come for my
It's not,
throat like that.
it's not hostile. I just want to make sure I'm not by myself, and I am.
it does get really good, by the way. So just FYI, it's
I expected. I mean, I've read part of the manga. I'm not complete on the manga.
yeah.
But I have been told that Tokyo Revengers has one of the most satisfying, wholesome endings of any manga like ever written.
Oh, really?
Like it's like, yeah. So I expect like it to be the best happy ending I could imagine.
That's great because it's all been sad.
Yeah, it has. Super depressing.
Sweet. Okay, so our consensus top 10 of the decade is Attack on Titan. This is in no particular order, by the way. Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Tokyo Revengers, Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Chainsaw Man, Dororo, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, shoot. There's 2 more we don't agree on. Dang. So I think I can add Spy Family just because it was in my honorable mentions. And all right,
Sailor Moon.
Takoda, pick one of these.
Dustin has
the
like no.
tiebreaker.
He's like nope.
He's like,
I'm
Sailor
choosing
Moon.
that now.
It's not a decade. It's not of this decade. So
Yeah, he uses my voice, and he's like.
They did remake it
No.
though.
they did. It wasn't good though.
Well,
You said they made a remake.
Yeah, like
yeah.
That's in my top 10. I put it in my top 10. That's like 5 now.
all right. So I know you're automatically out on Mob Psycho, Bobby. So out of these, tell me which one. Maiden Abyss, Great Pretender, My Dress Up Darling, Life Lessons with Uramichi, Onisan, Vampire in the Garden, Bleach, To Your
I said
Eternity.
Vampire Girl.
Wait, hold
I
on. I
know.
want to put my input in.
Okay. To Your Eternity. Oh wait, it's got to be Vinland Saga because that was on my. You mentioned it, but you didn't. So that's actually the tiebreaker. So Vinland Saga. So that's the 10th. So Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Tokyo Revengers, Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Chainsaw Man, Dororo, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, Spy Family, and Vinland Saga are the top 10 anime of the decade in our opinion collectively. And actually, all of those anime are my top 30 anime of all time. So it's been a great decade of anime.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now, are you ready to look at the Kotaku's list and see what they said?
Yes.
What is that about Kotaku?
Ko-
I'm embarrassed.
Kotaku is a news site, like gaming, anime, video, like general nerd news site.
Okay.
They also
Cool.
do Japanese stuff sometimes, but not nearly as much as they used to.
This is
So-
going to be my first time seeing it, so technically hearing it.
Yeah, Black Clover, boo! Black Clover sucks.
I love Black Clover.
Matt says agree on Speed Racer. It transcends time. Okay, we're almost halfway there on bananas, by the way. So you got like, I don't know, 10 minutes to tell friends and let them know to jump on and contribute bananas so that someone gets a free sub. All right, so let's look at this list. I did not look at all this. I looked at like the first few and I was confused at some of them, but all right, here we go. You ready?
I'm ready. What is it? Kotaku?
Kotaku. Yep. So
I said it.
Kakegurui is their 30th on their list. I've not watched this one, but I've heard good things. Bobby, have you seen this one? Bobby, are you there?
He shook his head. He's not talking. And he put his hair, and it's fabulous.
I can't see what you're saying or doing.
So he put his hair down and he's like playing with it, and it's kind of like slow motion, like water.
Good for the podcast
commercial.
listeners.
Yeah, like
I
imagine
don't care
a water
about those
commercial,
people.
and he's like, anime.
I'm here for the live people.
Okay. So That one I've not seen. Yuri on Ice I've not seen, but people say that it's good. Anybody here seen this one?
Nope.
No.
No desire to see it. Sports animes actually aren't anywhere on any of my lists, and even ones that are like super well known to be good. Blue Lock, Hayuk, like I just have no desire to watch them.
Same, and that's the thing. I'm a sports fan, and some of the I'm a huge sports fan, and some of the I don't know, they just don't get sports right a lot in sports anime. So, next is ReZero, which I thought had an incredible season 1, and I hated season 2.
I like ReZero. I don't know if I'd put it in the
What is
top
this
30.
one called?
ReZero?
ReZero.
Oh, oh! I want to. Not that it's gonna matter at this point, but there's a anime called Overlord.
Oh yeah.
I
Overlord's
like that one.
alright.
I like that one. I'm not caught up, but I like that one.
I know
You
Mike
like
really
it for
likes
the
that.
characters or for the girl with the horns?
She is called, I think, a succubi.
Succubus.
A succubus.
What the fuck, man? Just give me a win here, okay? There's so many words.
Pretty sweet succubi you got there.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
My Hero Academia. I'm actually shocked it's this low on their list. If I'm being
I'm
honest,
shocked it's that high on the list.
man, come on. It's actually really good.
What?
It got boring
Deku.
there for like a whole season, and that kind of sucked. But it's like this past season has been fantastic.
Listen, there's only the one argument I have for My Hero, and I won't watch it. And it's the only reason I need. I'm not gonna watch it. You know what it is, Dustin? I'm not gonna explain it, but
Please explain to me, because I don't know.
Is it the Deku insert pig noise?
No. So My Hero has listen. My Hero has a character that dresses as a frog, okay? And then they
God.
have a character Todoroki, and they're not the same fucking person.
You're such an idiot. Anyway,
His name is Todoroki. It's Toad, and he's not a frog.
Violet Evergarden, which is like one of the saddest animes I've ever seen. It's good. It's really good. I don't know if I'd put it. I mean, it probably belongs in the top 30 for sure.
Yeah.
I will give Violet. I didn't really care for the story much, but it was incredibly beautiful
Yeah,
to watch.
for
It's
sure.
very pretty.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, the story wasn't like. Oh, I was glad when I finished it that there wasn't more I had to watch, but I did enjoy watching it aesthetically.
For sure. I wasn't mad that I watched it, although it was really sad. Kill la Kill, which I did not realize came out in 2013. And funny thing, I love Studio Trigger, but I have never seen Kill la Kill. I've just never gone back and watched it. It's one of those I missed, and I've never gone back and seen it.
Is Kill la Kill a spinoff of Akuma ga Kill or no? I feel like Akuma ga Kill has a spinoff, doesn't it?
I think so, but no, this is completely separate.
All right. Next.
Okay, Space Dandy. I have not seen either, but I've heard good things.
Space Dandy. Dude, you haven't seen Space Dandy?
No, I haven't seen this
It's
one.
better in dub than it is in sub.
Oh, okay, cool.
And they have a restaurant that's like Hooters, but it's called Boobies. And the guy, Dandy, he goes by Space Dandy. He's like super well known there. So when they all get there, they're like, "Hey, Dandy." He's like, "Hey, ladies." It's like super what Johnny Bravo thinks he is.
Oh my god.
And they're all
I wanna
like
watch it.
very busty, and it's just funny there at the restaurant. It's called Boobies.
I'll have to
And
watch it.
they'll be like in the depths of space, and they're like, "We've got $12 to our name. What should we do?" And he's like, "We could go to Boobies." And everybody in the ship unanimously agrees. They go to Boobies.
It's
Bad
what
guy's a space gorilla.
it's what JoJo's should be. Matt says subs are better than dubs. Absolutely the truth. But there are some dubs, rare occasion, that are better than subs. Dragon Ball Z, damn it,
Cyberpunk had a better dub than sub.
I think that's a push, but I do. It does have a really good dub.
Like Speed Racer?
Speed Racer. I don't even know
The
where you
only
qualify that
subtitle
one.
Speed Racer it has is Go Speed Racer Go.
Listen, I'm just running here at what I'm just trying to keep up. You guys, I learned so many new words tonight. I don't know what I'm doing with my life tonight.
It's like it's
so
so relatable.
I'm just Speed Racer.
Anyway, the Alchemist, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood has the better dub than a sub, and also I think Cowboy Bebop has a better dub than a sub. Erased, think it's too low at 23. To be honest, Erased is, and I want to get to this topic at the end of the show, but Erased is one of those animes that for people that have never watched anime, I show them this. We have an anime club at my work, anime lunch club, and so we watch an anime during our lunch, and it's a group of us. And Erased was the first one we watched, and I recommended it, and people were hooked and wanted to keep watching, and it actually got a lot of them into anime. And I just think it's a good starting point because this is like, it's very much what anime, people don't understand what anime can be, and Erased is that. Very, very.
Erased is my favorite show in its genre.
What's that?
Erased is my favorite show in its genre.
Oh, for sure.
Erased. But I do like some of the memes about it, but I can't say what they are because they're kind of spoilers.
You'll have to tell me
Like-
tomorrow.
Don't
I'll
tell
tell
me
you.
because I hope.
Oh, are you gonna watch it?
Maybe, I
Like-
don't know.
you,
Is it on your list?
you should
I mean,
watch it.
all I have to do is listen to this episode and it's on my list. So
What's the show called you're about to watch?
what?
What's the name of the show?
Erased.
There you go.
She looks back.
It's
I'm listening, you guys.
it's very, very good. It's beautifully animated. It has one of my favorite scenes in all of anime history, the Christmas tree scene. If you know, you know. Just a beautiful anime, so good. Haikyuu, don't care about it. Again, sports anime and me don't get along. Anybody else?
I haven't seen it. So.
You haven't seen it? Okay.
Mm-mm.
The Promised Neverland. Didn't this win Best Anime in 2019 in the Crunchyroll Awards?
So season 1 was phenomenal,
Okay.
and season 2 was booty.
Yeah, you told me that.
The good kind of bootay or the bad kind of bootay?
Like 1 out of 10 booty.
Damn.
So booty.
Not great booty.
Mm.
And what's even worse is that it follows the manga, but they just don't tell it the same way. I don't know. It's not good. I don't know.
Okay. Well.
Can't explain that.
Yeah.
Can't explain. It's just not good.
Yeah, it's been on my list for forever, and I just have never picked it up. So, next one, Assassination Classroom. Again, very critically acclaimed. Been on my list. I just haven't gone and picked it up. Like, no one I know has recommended this to me. So,
I like Assassination Classroom.
I haven't seen it.
But it's a show you have to realize is like 76 episodes of the same shit every episode.
okay. Alan says it's good. I don't
So
know.
Assassination Classroom is this alien who destroys a part of Earth and then takes on this class of these kids that aren't actually kids. They're like kids hired by the government to kill this guy. And he gives them a set amount of days and says, you have to kill me before this time is up or I'll destroy the Earth.
Okay.
And because he can't die. And if something comes close to killing him, he like learns that and like can no longer be affected by that.
Interesting.
So I'm just gonna go kind of way off because it just reminded me of an anime that I may or may not have seen, but maybe it's fake. It's the anime where the guy has like a monster in his hand and it's like an
Parasite?
eye.
Parasite.
Ah! Is that in the past decade?
No.
Okay.
I think that's like
It's like
like
2010.
2002.
I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying so hard.
Was it older than that? I thought it was like 2010 or
That
something.
was like 2002,
How
2003.
long it took them to like give a name. Less than 2 seconds.
The next one on the list is Konosuba, God's Blessing on this Wonderful World. I have not seen this one. Anybody seen it? No? Okay, moving
No.
on. Summertime Rendering, haven't seen it. I actually have heard about it, and it is critically acclaimed. Just haven't seen it. Anybody else? No?
Nope.
Okay. Golden Kamui. I don't know what this is. I've never heard of it. Don't know.
Nope.
Chainsaw Man, there it is. 16 is definitely lower than I have it, but okay. Odd Taxi. Josh Grandison, shouts to him. He highly recommends this anime. It's been on my list for a while. I've not watched it, but it's apparently fun. So I don't know.
I haven't
You
seen
know,
it.
Mike said that Parasite, the anime, is from 2014. I am vindicated.
Really, is it?
I thought it was
Parasite the
older.
Maxim
Boom.
is from
Did I watch the whole
2014.
thing? No. Did I watch some of it? Yeah.
Ranking of Kings drops in at 14, which is probably about where I would have it. I love it so much. Boji's best boy for sure. Boji's
So cute.
the goat.
I would have put it higher, but that's just me.
Yeah, and here's Spy Family about where I have it as well, but it's in our top 10. Season 2 definitely weaker than season 1 in my opinion, but still really, really good. The tennis episode is some of the best anime I've ever watched. It's so damn funny.
Yes. It's super cute.
Bocchi the Rock, which again just fell outside of my top 10. God, I cannot recommend this anime enough. It is so good. If you like music, if you have ever been in awkward social situations or deal with anxiety at any level with social interactions, this is the show for you. It is. I literally laughed out loud during this anime probably 30 times watching it. It's just so damn funny, so good. And the last episode, you're just like, hell yeah. So definitely watch it if you have not. One Punch Man, which I think Alan talked about in the chat. I don't know. It's not for me. It's not my kind of comedy. I don't know. It's okay.
I watched the season, I think.
I mean, I've watched season 1 and 2. I like them. I'm not like looking forward. Like I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not counting down the days for season 3. Like I'll watch it when it comes out. But I don't know.
Apparently, it was not
The
Alan who
guy
said
that
it.
does,
I can't
like,
remember. I don't know who says it.
1,000 push-ups and 1,000 sit-ups
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen maybe one season.
I think it's okay. It's like Takoda said, it's not something I'm looking forward to coming out, but like I'll watch it. Like it's fine. Definitely don't think it belongs this high on the list, but I know it's a cult classic. So Demon Slayer at number 10, which definitely seems too low. Some of the most beautiful animation in anime history, if not the most beautiful animation in anime history. Ufotable is just like top tier animation studio. Got me to read the manga, which I just finished issue 4 tonight. So, yeah, love this show. Jujutsu Kaisen, I think it's too high. I like it a lot, but it isn't in our top 10 collectively. I think it's really good, but people act like this is like the best anime since, I don't know, Attack on Titan, and it's just nowhere near that level to me yet.
I think for me, if you've read the manga, I think they're looking forward to what's coming.
Okay.
There's a lot of heartbreak. So.
All right. Well, I mean, I've not read any of the manga. I've considered picking it up from time to time. Maybe I'll make a Barnes and Noble run and pick up a few issues and see how I like it. Way too low for Jujutsu Kaisen, says Alan. Come on. Blue Period. No idea what this is. Apparently it's on Netflix. Never seen it. Beastars, I'm out. Not my type of shit. Anyone else
What
seen
is
it?
it start at? Is that 8 or 7?
Beastars is at 7.
7. I'm surprised it's that high.
Y'all nasty.
Alan says no, that was for Demon Slayer being too low. Yeah, it definitely is way too low on the list. Jobless Reincarnation. I am not huge on isekais in general, so I don't know. This has just not even been on my radar.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't know. Who cares?
Haven't seen it.
Sorry if listeners are like, these are your favorite animes. Vinland Saga at number 5. Love it very much. Season 1 is just pure perfection all the way around. Season 2 has been kind of boring, but I get it. It would be lower on my list, but I don't know. I get it. I would get why it's so high. It's really, really good.
But to be fair, they're sticking very closely to the manga.
Yep.
And this arc in the manga is literally called the farming arc.
Yep.
So you get what you get. I'm sorry. It
Yeah.
gets better.
No, I listen. I'm not
But
dogging
it's-
it for the
it's
second
like
season.
Literally, at some points, panel for panel, how close it is.
Sweet.
And I would call it one of the most boring arcs in manga I've ever read.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing for me. I get why they're doing it. You go through all that in season 1. You got to rebrand, remake the character for sure. Or else it's not going to make sense. So you have to go through this. I'm enjoying myself watching it. I think it's beautifully animated. Mappa overtook it, and they're just a great studio. I prefer Wit personally, their animation style, but I love both studios. They're in my top 2 probably from the stuff they do. Cyberpunk Edge Runners at number 4. That's almost exactly where I had it on my list. Actually, I did have it number 4. That's right. So, just god dang it. I've said it a million times, but just go watch this shit. It's too good. It's one of those that you can just watch over and over again.
It's pretty.
Pretty color.
Yeah. Attack on Titan at number 3. I'm interested to see what they have at 1 and 2. Like, again, I just think what AOT has done for anime far exceeds everything else on this list, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay.
Well,
Kaguya-sama Love is War at number 2. I actually did start this anime on Valentine's Day, and I got through 2 episodes. It's funny. I don't know. Maybe it gets insanely good. I've heard good things about it. A lot of people have it in their tops, but 2 seems too high just based off what I've seen. But okay. Anybody else seen this?
No.
It's fun. I like if you like romance and comedy, then that's it's for you. And then number 1 on their list is Mob Psycho 100. Okay.
I don't fucking leave this call right now.
I have not finished season 3 yet. I love seasons 1 and 2. I'm like 4 episodes into season 3. It is I haven't watched it on my own because it's our anime lunch club anime, so I don't want to spoil it for that. I have loved it though. It's definitely, in my honorable mentions, and it made our list because of that. But what didn't you like? You just think it's boring, Bobby? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's fucking boring. His haircut's stupid. I hate his face. His fucking face looks like somebody drew it on the back of their thumb.
Interesting.
And if I see anybody dressed like that tomorrow, oh my god.
Oh, I almost bet somebody. That's easy cosplay, so I bet somebody will do it.
Yeah, you just have to look like a fucking idiot and down pat. I wouldn't doubt it. She's gonna show up tomorrow. Just
Okay.
You can't sit with us at the sushi place if you're dressed like that.
All right. So one final question before we completely wrap things up. So based off of what we made our top 10, and also like the beginning question, what got you into anime? What are 2 animes you can recommend, both old school and current, like decade anime? Which 2 would you recommend for anybody if they wanted to know what anime is about, like really get into anime? What would be your starting points? Erased for me is one. Like I said, I think it's an easy watch for people who've never watched anime before. And the other one to me is Cowboy Bebop, because it's my favorite anime of all time. And there's a reason that everyone, well, not everyone, but there's a reason that it always makes the tops of the lists, and the vast majority of outlets have it as the #1 anime. It's poetry in motion. It's what anime can and should be, and it's hard to replicate. So it's just perfection in my opinion. All right, Kitsoren, what's yours?
Speed Racer.
You're not talking. If you think you're talking, you're muted.
I am too talking.
Okay, now there you go.
Wasn't there like a movie, an animated movie called Akira?
Akira, yes, it's perfect.
Akira.
So I would say, so I did watch that, and I remember thinking, I was also like, just so you guys know, I was really fucking high when I watched it.
Oh damn!
So it did not make sense. But I do remember like scenes from it, and when I think of it, I'm like, that was really trippy. So I would recommend that as like a deep dive into. Does it count as anime?
It's 100% anime. Yes, it's 100% anime, and it's perfect.
Just want to make sure. So, because I remember watching it and I was like, what the fuck? And then I watched it again sober and it made sense. But I remember mostly when I was really high watching it. And that was just like a really beautiful, like weird way to get into anime. And so I would recommend that.
Okay, I agree. It's the best anime movie ever, in my opinion.
Or Overlord, but I'm partial to Overlord because I've seen it more recently.
Okay. Mike really likes our DM. He really likes Overlord, so that's a good call.
I am not kissing ass.
Quick anecdote about Akira: they created colors for that movie, which is just insane. Really? Yeah, it's like the most colors ever used on an animated movie. So, Bobby, what about you?
For newer school, I would say I don't know, probably Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
For older school, I'd say Gintama.
Okay.
So
you're just trying to kiss Morgan's ass. It's his
no,
favorite.
I mean, I'm like 140 episodes into Gintama.
They're gonna create an Ouroboros where both of them are gonna be kissing each other's ass repeatedly.
We need that. All right, Jen, how about you?
Old school's definitely gonna have to be Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, nice.
And new would be Attack on Titan.
Hell yeah.
Once again.
Okay, I agree with all of your decisions. Those are all very, very good. Anime is a big open wide world, and it's as popular as it's the most popular it's ever been, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon, just because it's so integrated now into like the next generation's lives coming up, and usually when that happens, it keeps coming back. So even if it dies down for a little bit, which I'm sure it will at some point, it's never gonna die. I'm glad to see it here to stay for sure. I'm gonna post here, and y'all already know where to find Jen at Cosplaybay and at Demon Dogs on Instagram. I'm gonna put Bobby's page and panel link, Instagram link on here, so make sure you go check out his stuff. Yeah, so thanks everyone for joining us tonight. We're kind of running over on time, so we need to wrap it up, but us three will be at Frankfurt Anime Fest tomorrow. Make sure you come check it out.
My arms up, not me.
It's tomorrow at 10 a.m. in Frankfurt at what hotel? I forget the name of the hotel.
Is it Capital Plaza?
Yeah.
Oh.
So there, and make sure you go check it out if you have the means. It's only like $20 for entry, which is super cheap.
Nice.
And make sure you support stuff like that, because if you want to see more anime fests and anime cons, we need to get those going. So, anybody else got anything they want to add about anime or otherwise?
For anyone who is not an anime watcher or an avid anime watcher like myself, if I kept up with tonight's show, so can you. Watch the anime and we can learn together at some point.
Okay, well, I guess that's our show for tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Bobby and Jen, yet again for coming on and doing the show with us. And until next time, everyone, stay weeaboo.
Bye, guys.